Hello and once again, welcome back to Item of the Day. I'm Copyright and this is episode 4 of Item of the Day. Now, as you can see, we still have our jetpack, and that's because we're going to be needing that. And let's just hope that today's item doesn't kill us like yesterday's. So, today's items, or today's numbers rather, are 26 page, 3, and 8. So today we're going to be making the destruction catalyst. As you may be already able to tell, this is going to get a little bit crazy. I already backed up the save file just so I could destroy the world and basically not have to deal with the issues that it would cause for the next episodes. So the first thing we're going to do is just make some TNT, 10 gunpowder, 8 sand. So just need to make 2 TNT. That's pretty easy. Next, we need to grab 2 Mobius fuel. If you don't remember how to make it, just refer to the previous videos and you will be able to see. Now, 2 TNT plus 2 Mobius fuel will get you 4 Nova Catalyst. So, the next thing we need is just some flint and iron. Just put the iron in and then the flint and make some flint and steel. The next thing we need is just 4 more Mobius fuel. This is actually a fairly easy thing to make. It doesn't really take too long. As long as you have the items required, it's actually pretty easy. So you just put them in this formation, Nova Catalysts on the corners, Mobius fuel in the spaces between them, and flint and steel in the middle. Just take out the destruction catalyst, and you're going to need a form of EMC to fuel it. So anything would work, any type of fuel like gunpowder or redstone. Or for example, if you have a Klein star, that would also work. So I'm just going to spawn in a couple stacks of redstone. So there we go, just a couple stacks of redstone. Actually, glowstone would work too. I'm just going to grab a couple different things to show you that it would work. That all the different fuels that would work. So gunpowder, just going to spawn in 3 of each. And type in fuel, get some Mobius fuel and hydrolysis fuel. Coal and charcoal do also work, I believe. So we're just going to grab 3 of those. And glowstone. So we're just going to grab 3 glowstone. Also, this destruction catalyst does have a charge. So for example, if you just use it right now, it'll just cut out 3 wide, or 3 by 3 square, 1 deep. So we're just going to put this stuff back, and as you can see, it consumed 1 iron analysis fuel. We can also, let's make sure we're flying properly. We are not flying properly. 1 second. We don't have That's kind of weird actually that it's not charged. That's not flying right. Let me just throw it into the generator. There we go. It wasn't. There was a glitch where it wasn't actually charged, even though it did say it was. So we're just gonna turn it back to dawn, so we can have light again, and we don't have to deal with some pesky mobs. So this should actually be fine. So we're just gonna throw it on. Now, as you can see, you can change the charge. So if I charge it up 1, it'll cut down further. And let me just hop down and grab the stuff. So as you can see, it took it down 4. So we're just gonna hop out. Cut another thing deep, and as you can see, it's a lot deeper. And so we're just gonna fly and take the charge up, and now it is on max charge, so we can just shoot it, and it's just a huge tunnel. And as you can see, this thing on Sphax, I think it kind of looks like a Pokeball. Anyway, so that's actually called a loot ball. So what you do is you just run into it, and as you can see, I got some of the items from it. The reason why they did that is to compact everything into one item so that there's not all kinds of items laying on the ground and basically clustering your world, making it lag. So we're just gonna go down here and we can just go more. And you just saw, or at least I just saw, a bunch of lava from it just like glitching and not showing right away. And as you can whoa, that was almost really bad. Actually, going back here is probably just a bad idea in itself, because if our jetpack dies, we're pretty much done for. So I'm just gonna make my way out of here. I think I actually did hit that lava. So I'm just gonna go down another one. Whoa. That was not very good. Not sure what hurt me, but we'll go out here. And as you can see, it's still only used that one iodinized fuel. Iodinized fuel is very good for using, for fuel. It's a very good form of fuel. So we're just going to cut down another place. I just got hurt right there. And see, there's the loot ball. Grab it. And you can just use this basically as a tunneling system. This would go really well with train tracks and such. It would be a great way to just break open some walls. And actually, no, okay. I thought I saw some cobblestone right there. I thought I intruded into a dungeon, but I guess not. But as you can see, this would be a great way to lay tracks. And you can just go down further, cut more out. Whoops. Off-centered. Oh well, that's not too bad. Anyway, so see, you can just like stack them, whatever you want to do. I better check. Okay, yeah, we aren't that bad. And as you can see, whatever doesn't fit in your inventory just drops as an item. And we're just gonna go from here and just tunnel out some more. Notice it will only cut on the ones that you clicked on and further. So as I clicked on the one that was here, it didn't cut these. So that's just something to be aware of. I'm just gonna go see what this light is. Probably some lava or something. Oh, yep. There's that. Actually, that's the lava from the lava that we hit. So I'm just gonna dig down a little bit more. I'm gonna try to fly because I. Oh, okay. Well. Oh, yep. Lava fell. Anyway, as you can see, cut down to bedrock. It can't cut bedrock, of course. But, I mean, that's not too bad. And we actually cut this off center to go down. Oh, well, that's fine. So, as you can see, it's a great way to make tunneling systems. And also, it is an amazing combination with the divining rod, which I will go into further into depth later once it shows up on the items. But right now, I'm just going to spawn in one and show you what I mean. So, we're just going to amp this up to 64. We're just going to look for something that has a high value. Basically, I'm looking for a diamond under the surface, or tungsten, because tungsten is actually worth 2 diamonds, so, I mean, if you have a transmutation table, it's very good for that. And it's actually surprising that I'm not finding any diamonds. Usually it's a lot quicker than this, but it's still a good way, a lot better than just running around and mining your way through cave, basically. Wow, I did not even ever see that whenever I came through. Whoa. Okay then. Maybe I'll use that later in something. I better actually charge up my jetpack soon. And as you can see, we just got a 16,000 hit somewhere. Let's look around for that. That's weird. It's just like elusive tungsten just randomly disappears. Freaking Enderman tungsten. And actually, that is quite weird that it just completely disappeared. Huh. Just look for it a little bit. Anyway, guys, we're back. I really have no idea what happened to that tungsten, but however, we did find some diamonds right here. As you can see, it says best 1892, or 8192 rather. So that is diamonds. So we're just gonna basically dig straight down. As you can see, I sorted my inventory a bit so we can have room for the loot balls that drop. So anyway, we're just gonna dig, well, actually blast away everything. Oh, well, I hope that nothing burns. It might be a little bit bad. Anyway, we got out of there before the lava killed us. So anyway, what I wanted to show you guys was we just used the divining rod, basically looked around until we hit something of value that we wanted. For example, 4096. That is uranium. So we can just dig down a bit. And there's, as you can see, there's some emeralds that I also did see. And look, check that out. Awesome. I didn't even expect that to be here. But you know what? That's pretty cool. I didn't at all expect to see an abandoned mineshaft while we were digging. But you know, whatever. It's fine. So just grab our loot ball and get out of here. So as you can see, we got 2 uranium, and from the other hole we got 5 diamonds. So, oh, there is some tungsten right there, and actually, no, it can't be the same one as the one over there. So anyway, we're just gonna dig down, and this might be a problem that since we have, but I'm gonna just make a hole over there, and that way we can have some breath. And it sounds like there's lava down there, so we better actually get out of here. Really? Whoops. Well, I just leveled some of the ground. Well, as you can see, you don't even have to be clicking on a block. You can just click in front of you, and it will level whatever is basically in front of you. So you can just go around and blow crap up. It's a very fun tool. It really is. Like I said, it can be very destructive. For example, if you aren't careful, you can basically destroy your whole world. And that is exactly why I chose to save my world and back it up before doing this Let's Play, because we're just going to have some fun destroying everything. So as you can see, you can just hold the button and just go crazy. Yeah, you can see that I just dealt a whole crapload of damage to my world. And I died. Well, I mean, I guess that served me, right? So I'm just gonna fly back over and grab my stuff again. But yeah, like I said, it can be a very, very destructive tool. Please don't use it for evil. I really don't want to have to account for anybody using it to destroy other stuff that they shouldn't be destroying. Anyway, just please don't do anything bad with it. I don't want to be blamed. But yeah. Anyway, let me try to get my destruction catalyst. There we go. Anyway, this was Item of the Day, episode 4. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a nice day.